Good Saturday morning and welcome to senior night at the Urbana Indoor Aquatic Center as the Urbana Tigers playing host to the Mahomet Seymour Bulldogs this morning. Jason Liggett with you on the Tigers Media Networks. Thanks so much for tuning in. We're happy to provide this live stream to you on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/UPTV6, for those of you not able to be in attendance today due to COVID-19 protocols. This swim meet will also run next week on traditional cable television. That can be seen locally on Comcast Xfinity, channel 6 and 1096, AT&T Uverse, channel 99, and i3 Broadband, channel 6. 12 events on tap for today. We'll be starting with diving. Jackson Gilbert and Diego Carrillo representing the Urbana Tigers, and diving third will be Max Katz for the Mahomet Bulldogs. Our second event after diving will be the 200-yard medley relay. Both the Tigers and the Bulldogs have two teams in that event. And it looks like we are ready for Jackson Gilbert's first dive. And Jackson Gilbert gets a 3.5, 3.5, and 4 on his first dive.
Diego's first dive is dive number 5121.
And next up for the Urbana Tigers is Diego Carrillo.
Free position, difficulty 1.7.
And it's a 4 1/2, 4 1/2, and 4 1/2 for Diego Carrillo's first dive for the Urbana Tigers. And next up is Mahomet's Max Katz.
5-2-2-3, back one somersault, 1/2 twist, free position, difficulty 1.8. Dive number 5-2-2-3, back one somersault, 1/2 twist. Oh, sorry, 1 1/2 twist. Free position 1.8.
And the score for Max, a 6 1/2, 5 1/2, and 5 for Max Katz's first dive. We'll now move on to Jackson Gilbert's second dive.
1/2 somersault, tuck position, difficulty 1.6.
And for Jackson's second dive, a 5 1/2, 5 1/2, and 6.
Diego's second dive, dive number 103.
And this will be the second dive for Diego Carrillo.
Position, difficulty 1.6.
And Diego gets a 5 1/2, 5 1/2, and 6 on his second dive.
Max's second dive, dive number 103, forward 1 1/2 somersault, type position, difficulty 1.0.
And forthcoming is the second dive from Max Katz. And Max gets a 6 1/2, 5 1/2, and 5 1/2.
Jackson's third dive, dive number 302, reverse 1 somersault, tuck position, difficulty 1.6.
That's Jackson Gilbert's third dive. And he gets a 6, 5 1/2, and 5 1/2 for Jackson Gilbert. And that will bring up Diego Carrillo's third dive.
Forward, double somersault, tuck position, difficulty 2.2.
And that gets a 2 1/2,
2
3, and 4.
4. Max's third dive, dive number 202, back 1
And here comes
somersault,
Max Katz's
straight
third dive.
difficulty 1.7. Scores,
And Max Katz gets a 5, 4 1/2, 4 1/2. This will bring up the fourth dive for all divers. Jackson Gilbert up first.
straight position, difficulty 1.7. Scores,
A 4 1/2, 4 1/2, 5 for Jackson Gilbert. And Diego will attempt his fourth dive.
number 302, reverse 1 somersault, tuck position, difficulty 1.6. Scores, 5,
5, 5 1/2, 5 for Carrillo.
Max's
And now Max Katz from Mahomet will be up for his fourth.
somersault, tuck position, difficulty 1.6. Scores,
6, 5, and 5 for Max.
Jackson's fifth dive, dive number 401, inward dive, tuck position, difficulty
A 5 1/2, 5 and 5 1/2 for Jackson Gilbert's fifth dive.
Diego's fourth dive, dive number 201, back dive, straight position, difficulty 1.7. Scores 5.
And Diego with a 5, 4 1/2, and 6.
Max's fifth dive, dive number 201.
Max Katz is back for his fifth dive.
Difficulty 1.7.
And Max scores a 5 1/2, 5 and 5.
Jackson's sixth and final dive.
And now we'll have the sixth and final dive from Jackson Gilbert.
1.6. Scores 5.
5, 5 and 5 for Jackson Gilbert's final dive.
Final dive.
This will bring back up Diego Carrillo for his sixth and final dive.
1 somersault, tuck position, difficulty 1.6. Scores
And Diego with a score of 5 1/2, 5 and 5 1/2.
Max's final dive.
And the final dive that we'll see this morning is from Max Katz, his sixth and final dive.
2 1/2 twist, free position, difficulty 2.7. Scores
A 4 1/2, 5 and 4 for Max Katz's sixth and final dive.
pool is now open.
So we heard the public address announcer say that the pool is now open for warm-up as that completes the diving event between Jackson Gilbert and Diego Carrillo for the Urbana Tigers and Max Katz for the Mahomet Bulldogs. 11 more events on tap for this morning at the Urbana Indoor Aquatic Center. Jason Liggett with you on the Tigers Media Network. We appreciate you tuning in, whether it be live on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/UPTV6, or watching next week on Urbana Public Television, Comcast Xfinity Channel 6 and 1096, AT&T U-verse Channel 99, and i3 Broadband Channel 6. Urbana Public Television is the City of Urbana's public education and government access television channel. Coming up next will be the boys' 200-yard medley relay. Both schools have two teams competing in that. There will just be one heat. In lane 3 will be Urbana's Team B, consisting of Reza Bani Hashim, Marcus de Los Angeles, Santiago Pania, and Isaac Sosnoff. In lane 4 will be Urbana's Team A, Willem Aline, Kian Bani Hashim, Patrick Sweeney, and Max Quan Allred competing as Team A for the Tigers. Right next to them in lane 5 for the Mahomet Seymour Bulldogs, their Team A will be Max Katz, Aaron Varga, Mitch McAnally, and Carter Lodgson. And then over in lane 6 for the Bulldogs, their Team B will comprise of Aaron Smith, Zach Orr, Owen Kearns, and Mark Gutierrez. So that's the 200-yard medley relay coming up next on the Tigers Media Network. And we're getting ready to get back started now at the Urbana Indoor Aquatic Center with the 200-yard medley relay, as swimmers have been asked to report to their blocks. Once again, in lane 3, we will see the Tigers Team B. Reza Bani Hashim, Marcus de Los Angeles, Santiago Pania, and Isaac Sosnoff. In lane 4, the Tigers Team A will be Willem Aline, Kian Bani Hashem, Patrick Sweeney, and Max Quan Allred. Over in lane 5 from Mahomet, their Team A, Max Katz, Aaron Varga, Mitch McAnally, Carter Lodgson. And the Bulldogs also have a Team B in lane 6. And their Team B consists of Aaron Smith, Zach Orr, Owen Kearns, and Mark Gutierrez.
Coaches from Urbana are Jeff Birchley, Michelle Zimmerly, and Blake Withers. Our captains are Sam Birchley, Willem, I don't know your last name, sorry, Aline, and Diego Carrillo. Please give Diego all the love. It's his senior night, as well as Isaac, even though he's not technically a senior.
So them announcing on the PA that Diego Carrillo and Isaac Sosnoff senior night for them here at the Indoor Aquatic Center.
Is Dean Eckbert. I'm sorry, guys, I don't know your team captains, but welcome. Zach Orn and Max Katz.
So just announcing captains there. So Diego and Isaac captains, and it's Diego's senior night. And they also announced the captains for Mahomet Seymour and Max Katz, who we saw already compete in diving, and Zach Orr, who we're getting ready to see compete in lane 6 of this event. And that'll be followed up by event number 4 this morning, the 200-yard individual medley. And there'll be 3 swimmers from the Tigers and 2 from the Bulldogs in that one. So we are just moments away from the 200-yard medley relay between the Urbana Tigers and the visiting Mahomet Bulldogs. And there is a limited audience allowed into the Indoor Aquatic Center. I believe it is 2 per student athlete of the home team, so Urbana Tigers. So very limited audience. That's a little bit of change from when we started the season. I was the only one up here on the upper deck. I've learned to share. It hasn't been so bad. Glad to see others being able to be in attendance, and of course we're happy to bring this to you at home as well. The judge going over some things with the timekeepers and perhaps the coach, I believe. And we should get ready to get underway here with the 200-yard medley relay. 2 teams competing for Urbana and 2 teams from Mahomet. 200-yard medley relay, so each swimmer will be going down and back once. And then their next teammate will jump in. Swimmers are now in the pool. And there they are. The early lead goes to Urbana Team A. That's Willem Aline in the pool in lane 4. He's followed swiftly by Mahomet Seymour over in lane 5. That's Max Katz. In third right now is Mahomet's Team B, Aaron Smith in lane 6, competing for the Bulldogs. And then in fourth right now, the Tigers In lane 3 is their Team B. That's Reza Bani Hashim competing for the Tigers. And it looks like Mahomet Seymour's Team A is pulled just a little bit ahead over there in lane 5. That's Aaron Varga swimming for the Bulldogs right now as he pushes off the far wall. Pushing off the far wall just behind him for the Tigers Team A is Kian Bani Hashim. Aaron Varga extending his lead. He's 3 body lengths ahead of Kian Bani Hashim in the Tigers Team A. Diving into the pool right now is Mitch McNally as he continues to build the lead for Mahomet's Team A over in lane number 5. He's followed by Patrick Sweeney for the Tigers in lane 4. In third right now over in lane 6 is Owen Kearns and Mahomet's Team B, and then in fourth right now, closest to us in lane 3, that's Santiago Pania swimming for Urbana Tigers Team B. And Mahomet's Team A already on their way back. They will seal up the victory here in lane 5. Carter Lodgson getting ready to stop the clock for the Bulldogs Team A. Right now, the Tigers Team A in lane 4 going to finish second, just ahead of the Bulldogs Team B over in lane 6. And looking at final times for Mahomet Team A, finishing first with a time of 1 minute, 39.31 seconds. I think they have the order on the board mixed up here. They put Urbana finishing first. I don't think that's right. I think that's Mahomet in first, and then in second is Urbana's Team A. Time of 1:52.70. So Mahomet's Team A finishes first in that one. That consists of Max Katz, Aaron Varga, Mitch McAnally, and Carter Lodgson. Then it was the Tigers Team A, Willem Aline, Kian Bani Hashim, Patrick Sweeney, and Max Quan Allred finishing in second for Urbana. So that concludes the 200-yard medley relay. Coming up next will be the 200-yard freestyle individual event. 6 swimmers competing. In lane 2 will be Santiago Pania. In lane 3 from Urbana, Jonathan Sanchez-Huanca. Zach Menard from the Tigers in lane 4. Over in lane 5 from Mahomet will be Owen Kearns. Lane 6 is Aaron Smith, and lane 7 will be Cam Bartels. Those last 3 swimmers all from Mahomet. The first 3 all from Urbana. And the 200-yard freestyle is now underway. Each swimmer will go down and back 4 times. Off to the early lead is Zach Menard for the Tigers. Zach Menard is in lane 4. He's followed closely by Mahomet's Owen Kearns in lane 5. In third right now, over in lane 6, is Aaron Smith for the Bulldogs. And then locked up in fourth right now appears to be lane 2, which is lane 2, which is Santiago Pania, and lane 7, which is Cam Bartels from Mahomet. In lane 3, competing for the Tigers, Jonathan Sanchez-Huanca. And still in first, just by a stroke or 2, is Urbana's Zach Menard in lane 4 as they come to the halfway point here of the 200-yard freestyle. Over in lane 5 for the Bulldogs, Owen Kearns, and he's just behind Zach. So we'll see if Zach can build his lead or if this will be a fight to the finish. In third right now for the Bulldogs, over in lane 6, is Aaron Smith. In fourth is Santiago Pania in the lane closest to us, lane 2. In fifth is Mahomet's Cam Bartles over in lane 7. And here we go for the final trip down and back. Zach Menard has built his lead. He's 2 full body lengths ahead of Owen Kearns over in lane 5 for the Bulldogs. We'll see if Menard can hold on here. He's a body length ahead of Kearns. Kearns is closing the gap, but I don't think there's enough time. I think finishing first in this one will be from Urbana High School, Zach Menard. Finishing second will be from Mahomet Seymour High School, Owen Kearns. We'll have the final time here momentarily. Zach Menard finishing in first place with a time of 2 minutes, 11.85 seconds. In second is Owen Kearns from Mahomet with a time of 2 minutes, 16.92 seconds. So just 5 seconds behind, separating those two. In third place is Urbana's Santiago Pania in lane 2. He had a time of 2 minutes, 29.95 seconds. In fourth place is Aaron Smith from the Bulldogs, a time of 2 minutes, 34.08 seconds. In fifth place from the Bulldogs, Cam Bartles with a time of 2 minutes, 45.07 seconds. And in sixth place from the Urbana High School Tigers, it's Jonathan Sanchez-Ranca, a time of 2 minutes, 45.29 seconds. So once again, the Tigers' Zach Menard takes first place in the 200-yard freestyle with a time of 2 minutes, 11.85 seconds. Congratulations to all those swimmers in the 200-yard freestyle. And our next event will be the 200-yard individual medley. And competing in the individual medley in lane 2 will be Marcus de Los Angeles from the Urbana Tigers, he and Bonnie Hashem over in lane 3, and Patrick Sweeney in lane 4. In lane 5 from Mahomet will be Aaron Varga, and in lane 6 from Mahomet, Mark Gutierrez. This is the 200-yard individual medley. And they have started. So 200 yards. This will be down and back 4 times again. With the early lead over in lane 5 from the Bulldogs is Aaron Varga. Aaron Varga is followed up by Mark Gutierrez over in lane 6, also from Mahomet. Leading the Tigers in lane 4 is Patrick Sweeney. He's followed closely by the Tigers' Kean Bonnie Hashem in lane 3, and then Marcos de Los Angeles in lane 2. Continuing to build his lead is Aaron Varga over in lane 5. He is moving. And in second now, in lane 4 for the Tigers, is Patrick Sweeney. He's just ahead above Mark Gutierrez from Mahomet over in lane 6. And reaching the halfway point right now is Aaron Varga for Mahomet. Right now this seems like his race to lose. He is moving, has a decent lead now over the competitors. He's almost on his way down to the wall and pushing off the near wall now. In second place, over in lane 6 is Mark Gutierrez. In third place is Urbana's Patrick Sweeney in lane 4. In lane 3 is Kean Bonnie Hashem, and in lane 2, Marcos de Los Angeles for the Tigers. And pushing off the near wall for his final trip down and back is Aaron Varga of the Mahomet Seymour Bulldogs. And now in second place is Mark Gutierrez. Gutierrez in second by a few body lengths now. The Tigers trying to cheer on their teammates. And battling for second with Gutierrez is Kean Bonnie Hashem for the Tigers. As we see finishing first is Aaron Varga for Mahomet Seymour. Aaron finishes with a time of 2 minutes, 15.21 seconds. So Varga takes first in this one. And it's a battle for second, and it looks like Bonnie Hasham's going to get it here as they finish just now. And yes, Bonnie Hasham will finish second place in lane 3 for the Tigers. Finishing in third for the Bulldogs is Mark Gutierrez in lane 6. We'll have final times momentarily. So in first place, once again, Aaron Varga from Mahomet, a time of 2 minutes, 15.21 seconds. In second place, from Urbana, it's Patrick Sweeney, a time of 2 minutes, 54.97 seconds. In third place, it's Gutierrez from Mahomet, a time of 2 minutes, 55.52 seconds. So less than a second separating second and third place. And then in fourth place, it's Marcos de Los Angeles from the Tigers with a time of 2 minutes, 59.49 seconds. So that wraps up the 200-yard individual medley. Coming up next will be 2 heats of the 50-yard freestyle. In the first heat, competing for the Tigers in lane 2 will be Jackson Gilbert. We saw Jackson Gilbert earlier this morning competing in the diving event. Over in lane 5, Jerry King from Mahomet. Mike Palumbo in lane 6 for the Bulldogs. And in lane 7 is Riley Kirby for the Bulldogs. So 4 swimmers competing in the first heat of 2 for the 50-yard freestyle here at the Urbana Indoor Aquatic Center. The early lead right now goes to Jackson Gilbert in lane 2 for the Tigers. He is followed up over in lane 6. That's Mike Palumbo for the Bulldogs. 50-yard freestyle, so just down and back ones, fast and furious. Continuing his lead is Jackson Gilbert. Gilbert looks like he's going to finish first. We'll have final times here momentarily. He's just ahead of Palumbo over in lane 6. And Jackson Gilbert finishes first with a time of 30.61 seconds. Finishing second is Mike Palumbo from Mahomet, a time of 33.54 seconds. Finishing third is Riley Kirby, a time of 40.31 seconds. And finishing fourth, it's Jerry King, a time of 46.94 seconds. So in the first heat, Jackson Gilbert finishes first, a time of 30.61. We now get ready for the second heat. We wait for the scoreboard to be adjusted here, but Isaac Sosnoff will be in lane 2 for the Tigers. Sam Birdsley in lane 3. Willem Aline in lane 4. Carter Lodgson over in 5. Ben Amjad in lane 6, and in lane 7 is Sean Summers. So Urbana has lanes 2, 3, and 4. Mahomet has lanes 5, 6, and 7. The second heat of the 50-yard freestyle. And in first right now, over in lane 4, is Willem Aline for the Tigers. He's followed closely by Carter Lodgson. We'll see who edges it out. It looks like it will be Aline. Aline finishes first. We'll have final times here. Aline finishes first with a time of 23.92 seconds. Finishing second is Carter Lodgson, a time of 24.76 seconds. Finishing third is Sam Birdsley, a time of 27.33 seconds. Finishing fourth is Isaac Sosnoff, a time of 28.51 seconds. Finishing fifth, Ben Abjad with a time of 30.24 seconds, and finishing sixth is Sean Summers, a time of 33.78 seconds. So that's the second heat of the 50-yard freestyle there. And our next event will be the 100-yard butterfly. That'll be followed up by event number 7, which is the 100-yard freestyle. Competing in the butterfly for the Tigers in lanes 3 and 4 will be Santiago Pena and Patrick Sweeney. Competing for the Mahomet Bulldogs in lanes 5, 6, and 7 will be Carter Lodgson, Derek Silva, and Aaron Varga.
At this time, we are recognizing our Urbana seniors, Diego and Isaac. Families of Diego and Isaac, when you come down to the deck, please wear a mask. Mahomet boys, sit tight. We will begin our meet again after our senior night. Thank you.
So a little bit of a break here for senior night. Seniors Diego Carrillo and Isaac Sosnoff going to be recognized. Their families asked to report to the pool deck, as it is senior night here at the Urbana Indoor Aquatic Center. Once again, the two seniors being recognized tonight for the Urbana Tigers, Diego Carrillo and Isaac Sosnoff. So our first event when we come back from the senior night festivities will be the 100-yard butterfly, then the 100-yard freestyle, and the 500-yard freestyle. And this would have been the Tigers' last meet of the season. Of course, they do have a makeup meet coming up on Tuesday. It's a quad meet here at the Indoor Aquatic Center. We will have coverage of that beginning at 4:30. But we will recognize the seniors today as planned. And once again, the seniors being recognized, Diego Carrillo and Isaac Sosnoff. You can see them standing up on the blocks of lanes 1 and 2 below. Diego in lane 1, Isaac in lane 2.
first day of kindergarten. He's been one of my best friends. He's always there for me to rely on. And there aren't a lot of words you can put into a speech to kind of define his character. I think he's a really unique guy. He's super adventurous. He's not afraid to try new things, especially with swim. He joined as a sophomore, same year that I did, and he just got straight into it. He loved just getting in the pool and basically just hitting the water a lot and hard and sprinting. And so I think that really speaks to who he is as a person. He's just so adventurous, wants to try new things all the time. Another way he tries new things is he's graduating early. That's why I made the joke in the first place. He's actually a junior, but next year he'll be attending Cornell in Ithaca. And we're so proud of him for that. So proud. He cares for his community a lot. He has a great connection with his little brothers, his family. An overall amazing guy, H-Bank.
Okay, our next senior is Diego. So, Diego has been, I can't emphasize enough how special and important he's been to this team because he was the only person from his class that even signed up. So we would have had no one from his class, but he volunteered to come in and start diving, which is one of the hardest things. Right, it's so technically difficult and all that, and so he hasn't, not only has he been essential to the team in that way, but he's also just been such a fun guy to have around, at pasta parties, playing Smash Bros against him, he's a really competitive guy, he gives his all, he gives everything for the team, so, and he's also got other talents, he does theater and stuff, so yeah, very impressive guy. I wish you the best in college, H. Sen.
So we hope that you could hear the PA announcer a little bit there, but just in case you didn't, Isaac Sosnov, a traditional junior, but he's graduating early, and he will be headed to Cornell in Ithaca, New York in the fall. And then the traditional senior is Diego Carrillo. So congratulations to both of them on senior night here at the Urbana Indoor Aquatic Center. As the balloons and flowers are distributed and pictures taken. We saw Diego already compete in the diving event earlier today. And, of course, we saw Isaac in the 200-yard medley relay. We also saw Isaac just in the 50-yard freestyle. Diego will also compete in a few events coming up in the 500-yard freestyle. And I think I've covered their events, but of course, if something comes up, we'll be sure to congratulate them again and point them out to you. Once again, congratulations to Diego Carrillo and Isaac Sosnov here on senior night at the Urbana Indoor Aquatic Center. And coming up in the boys 100-yard butterfly will be Santiago Pena and Patrick Sweeney for the Tigers, competing in lanes 3 and 4. Carter Lodgson, Derek Silva, and Aaron Varga in lanes 5, 6, and 7 for the Mahomet Seymour Bulldogs. That'll be followed up by the 100-yard freestyle. We have 2 heats competing in that event. Then the remainder of the events will all be 1 heat. And as I mentioned earlier, not originally on the schedule, but we will be covering the Tuesday makeup event this coming Tuesday, March the 2nd. Our coverage will begin at 4:30 for that quad meet. We'll be sure to distribute that YouTube link, as we'll be streaming that live on YouTube, and it'll air later on Urbana Public Television. Public address announcer just announcing there will be a 10-minute break here for open swim. The pool will be open for 10 minutes, and then when we come back on the Tigers Media Network, we'll have the action of the 100-yard butterfly. That's coming up next from the Urbana Indoor Aquatic Center. And we are back and ready. We are back and ready for event number 6 now. It's the 100-yard butterfly. And in lane 3, Santiago Pena for the Tigers. In lane 4 for Urbana's Patrick Sweeney. Over in lane 5, Carter Lodgson. Lane 6 is Derek Silva. And in lane 7, Aaron Varga. Those last 3 from Mahomet. And here they are off. They announced during that break, Urbana has a narrow lead in today's meet, 38 to Mahomet's 37. So very close. In the lead right now over in lane 7 is Aaron Varga. And then we see lane 5 is Carter Lodgson in second place. So continuing to build his lead is Aaron Varga. Just behind Aaron is Carter Lodgson in lane 5, and then in lanes 4 and 3 for the Tigers are Patrick Sweeney and Santiago Pena. And looks like finishing first will be Aaron Varga over in lane 7, wearing the white cap as he gets ready to finish right now. We'll get a final time for him. And in second place from Mahomet is Carter Lodgson in lane 5. It's a race for third place between two Tigers. In the lead right now in lane 3 is Santiago Pena. And then in lane 4, Patrick Sweeney. Final times coming in. Aaron Varga finishes first with a time of 1 minute, 2.95 seconds. Finishing second is Carter Lodgson from Mahomet. A time of 1 minute, 6.15 seconds. Finishing third is Santi Pena. A time of 1 minute, 21.08 seconds. Finishing fourth from Urbana is Patrick Sweeney. A time of 1 minute, 25.77 seconds. And finishing fifth just now is Derek Silva from the Mahomet Bulldogs. We'll have his time momentarily, and it clocks in at 1 minute, 45.84 seconds. So once again, finishing first in that event, it's Aaron Varga from the Bulldogs. 1 minute, 2.95 seconds in the 100-yard butterfly. And coming up next, we'll have the 100-yard freestyle. We have 2 heats of that. In the first heat, both from Mahomet, over in lane 5 will be Jerry King, and in lane 6 is Riley Kirby. Competing in the second heat will be Isaac Sosnoff, Sam Birdsley, and Zach Menard from Urbana. And from Mahomet, it's Cam Bartles, Zach Orr, and Mitch McAnally from Mahomet. So 2 Mahomet swimmers getting ready to compete now in lanes 5 and 6. It's Jerry King in lane 5 and Riley Kirby in lane 6. Heat 1 of 2 for the 100-yard freestyle. Both swimmers on the blocks. And they are off.
From Mahomet, Jerry. In lane 6 from Mahomet, Riley.
So Jerry has the slight lead over Riley now. Jerry King in lane 5, Riley Kirby in lane 6. The 100-yard freestyle. They'll go down and back twice. After the 100-yard freestyle, we'll have the 500-yard freestyle, a test of endurance coming up after heat number 2 here. Currently in heat 1, it's Jerry King and Riley Kirby competing for the Bulldogs. Right now in the lead and pushing off the wall first is Riley Kirby over in lane 6. He is followed by a full body length, maybe 2 now, by Jerry King in lane 5 from Mahomet. And it looks like Riley Kirby will finish first. He's over in lane 6. And this is heat 1 of 2 for the 100-yard freestyle. We'll get Riley Kirby's time as he clocks in just now. And in lane 5 will be Jerry King getting ready to finish. Both of those competitors from Mahomet. And Riley Kirby has a time of 1 minute, 40.55 seconds. And finishing in second in that heat was Jerry King with a time of 1 minute, 53.42 seconds. So good effort by both Riley and Jerry. And coming up next is the second heat of the 100-yard freestyle. In lane 2 for the Tigers will be Isaac Sosnoff. Over in lane 3 is Sam Birdsley. And in lane 4, Zach Menard. In lane 5 for the Bulldogs, Cam Bartles. In lane 6 is Zach Orr and Mitch McAnally over in lane 7. Heat number 2 of 2.
Boys 100-yard freestyle, heat 2 of 2.
And the swimmers take the block. And they are off. It's the 100-yard freestyle, so they'll go down and back twice. In the early lead over in lane 4 is Zach Menard for the Tigers. He followed closely by over in lane 6, it's Zach Orr from Mahomet, followed by Mitch McAnally. And McAnally takes the lead now. Looks like McAnally is just a stroke ahead of Zach Menard. McAnally pushes off first. He's followed by Urbana Zach Menard. Menard's in second, and third right now over in lane 6 is Zach Orr from the Bulldogs. In fourth from the Tigers in lane 3 is Sam Birdsley. And here they come on their final approach. And it looks like the Tigers have taken the lead here. And now it goes back to Mahomet. It will be a finish, but it looks like over in lane 7, Mitch McAnally gets it first. He'll be followed by Zach Menard. We'll get final times coming up here for the 100-yard freestyle. Finishing first is Mitch McAnally, a time of 55.57 seconds. Finishing second is Urbana Zach Menard, a time of 56.30 seconds. Finishing third from Mahomet, Zach Orr, a time of 59.51 seconds. Finishing fourth from Urbana at a time of 1 minute, 2 seconds flat is Sam Birdsley. Finishing fifth is Isaac Sosnoff, the senior from Urbana, or celebrating senior night anyway. 1 minute, 9.12 seconds. And finishing sixth from Mahomet is Cam Bartles. So congratulations to all of those swimmers. And next is the 500-yard freestyle. Competing in the 500-yard freestyle for Urbana, senior Diego Carrillo in lane 2 just below us. Reza Bani Hashim from Urbana over in lane 3, and Max Quan Allred in lane 4. Looking further down the blocks there, we'll see Owen Kearns from Mahomet in lane 5, Sean Summers in lane 6, and Ben Amjad in lane 7. And you will notice on the far side of the screen at the end of the pool, there are counters, teammates with numbers to keep track of where everyone's at. It's a full 20, 10 down and backs, I suppose. But they'll keep track there so the swimmers don't have to, and they'll realize where they're at. A red block will be their final stopping point, letting them know that once they reach this end of the pool again, that will be the end of the event. So a test of endurance, as I mentioned, the 500-yard freestyle. 3 Urbana swimmers, 3 Mahomet swimmers getting ready to compete. Swimmers take the block, and they're told to get down.
Step down, step down.
A little premature there taking the blocks, and now they can take the blocks. And they're off for the 500-yard freestyle here at the Urbana Indoor Aquatics Center on this Saturday morning on the Tigers Media Network.
In lane 5 for Mahomet, Owen. In lane 6 for Mahomet, C.
Off to the early lead over in
In lane 7
lane 5 is Owen Kearns for Mahomet. He's followed up in lane 4. That's Max Quan Allred for the Tigers. Just on the other side of Max, over in lane 2 for the Tigers, is Diego Carrillo. Those are your top three. And it looks like Carrillo might have pulled ahead of Max Quan Allred. So 2 Tigers in second and third. And first right now is Owen Kearns for the Bulldogs. In fourth is in the far lane, lane 7. That's Ben Amjad. And Ben is followed up by a Tiger in lane 3, Reza Bani Hashim. And just behind Reza Bani Hashim is Sean Summers over in lane 6. So Mahomet Seymour's Owen Kearns continues to build his lead over there in lane 5 of the 500-yard freestyle. In second place right now is Urbana's Max Quan Allred in lane 4. And then Diego Carrillo in lane 2 for the Tigers. Coming up next after the 500-yard freestyle will be the 200-yard freestyle relay. Both the Tigers and the Bulldogs will have 2 teams in that event. The 200-yard freestyle relay will be followed up by the 100-yard backstroke. Just one heat in the rest of the events, 12 events total at today's meet. Our last and final event will be the 400-yard freestyle relay, when every swimmer will have a trip down and back. And you are currently watching the 500-yard freestyle. And in first over in lane 5 is Owen Kearns. And second right now in lane 4 is Max Quan Allred from Urbana. And just reaching the halfway point and kicking back off, a little bit past halfway, I suppose. And still leading in lane 5 is Owen Kearns. You see at the end of his lane, number 13. So it'll be 20 total trips, 20 total lengths of the pool, I should say. And in second place remains Max Quan Allred for the Tigers. We see him reaching the end of the pool there. And continuing to build his lead is Owen Kearns for the Mahomet Seymour Bulldogs. He's in lane 5. The time right now at 4 minutes and 45 seconds and counting for the 500-yard freestyle. And going across the lanes here, competing in this event, Diego Carrillo from Urbana's in lane 2. Reza Bani Hashim in lane 3. Max Quan Allred in lane 4. Competing for Mahomet, Owen Kearns in lane 5. Sean Summers in lane 6. And Ben Amjad in lane 7. And getting ready for his final trip back will be Mahomet's Owen Kearns. So Kearns will finish here. And his closest competitor is Max Quan Allred in lane 4 for Urbana. Max still has a trip down and back. As we see Owen Kearns finish first, we will have a final time on Kearns here. So Owen Kearns finishes first, a time of 6 minutes, 2.20 seconds for the Bulldog. Max Quan Allred pushing off the far side for his last trip back. And we'll have a time here for Max Quan Allred, who will finish second in the 500-yard freestyle for the Urbana Tigers. And we see him with his final tag right there. We'll have a final time for him. Once again, Owen Kearns for Mahomet finishing first with a time of 6 minutes, 2.20 seconds. Finishing second is Max Quan Allred with a time of 6 minutes and 44 seconds. And it looks like in third place right now is over in lane 7. It's Ben Abjad for Mahomet. In fourth place, over in lane 3 for the Tigers, is Reza Bani Hashim. We'll wait for them to finish for final times. And the board a little off here, but see if I can adjust these numbers as need be. Owen Kearns finishes first with a time of 6 minutes, 2.20 seconds. Finishing second is Max Quan Allred with a time of 6 minutes and 44 seconds. Finishing third, I believe, is Ben Abjad, a time of 7 minutes, 42.21 seconds. As they continue to adjust the board here. Finishing fourth will be Reza Bani Hashim, a time of 7 minutes, 48.30 seconds. Finishing fifth is Sean Summers from Mahomet, a time of 8 minutes, 6.20 seconds. And Diego Carrillo getting ready to finish right now. The senior on senior night at the Urbana Indoor Aquatic Center. Getting a round of applause here as he will finish right now in lane 2. So we'll get a final time here for Diego Carrillo. Once again, Owen Kearns finishes first, 6:02:20. Max Quan Allred finishes second, an unofficial time of 6 minutes and 44 seconds. And Diego clocks in finishing at 9 minutes, 19.83 seconds. So congratulations to all the competitors in the 500-yard freestyle. Our next event coming up is the 200-yard freestyle relay. There's just one heat, but each school will have 2 teams competing. In lane 3 will be Urbana's Team B. That team is comprised of Santiago Pania, Jackson Gilbert, Jonathan Sanchez-Huanca, and Isaac Sosnoff. In lane 4 will be Urbana's Team A, a team of Sam Birdsley, Max Quan Allred, Kian Bani Hashim, and Zach Menard. In lane 5 from Mahomet, their Team A is Carter Lodgson, Zach Orr, Mark Gutierrez, and Mitch McAnally. And in lane 6, Mahomet's Team B, it's Cam Bartles, Derek Silva, Sean Summers, and Ben Amjad. So the 200-yard freestyle relay forthcoming. After that will be the 100-yard backstroke from the Urbana Indoor Aquatic Center. We're streaming live on YouTube, youtube.com/UPTV6. We'll also broadcast this later on the City of Urbana's Public Education and Government Access television channel. That'll run next week on UPTV. That's Comcast Xfinity's channel 6 and 1096, AT&T UVerse channel 99, and i3 Broadband channel 6.
Event 9, boys 200-yard freestyle relay.
So we are set for event number 9. It's the boys 200-yard freestyle relay. In lane 3 for the Tigers, Team B, Santiago Pena, Jackson Gilbert, Jonathan Sanchez-Huanca, and Isaac Sosnoff. In lane 4 for the Tigers, Team A, it's Sam Birdsley, Max Quan Allred, Kian Bonnie Hashem, and Zach Menard. Over in lane 5 for Mahomet Bulldogs, Carter Lodgson, Zach Orr, Mark Gutierrez, and Mitch McAnally. And in lane 6 for the Bulldogs, it's Cam Bartles, Derek Silva, Sean Summers, and Ben Abjad. 200-yard freestyle. Every swimmer will go down and back once. With the lead right now over in lane 5 is Mahomet's Team A. Zach Orr in the pool for them. He's followed by the Tigers Team A. Max Quan Allred in the pool for the Tigers over in lane 4. He's followed closely by the Tigers' Jackson Gilbert in lane 3. That's the Tigers Team B. And in 4th right now, over in lane 6, the Bulldogs Team B, Derek Silva in the pool for them. We'll see if the Tigers can make up some ground here. Kian Bonnie Hashem jumped in the pool just now for the Tigers. In lane 4, their Team A. They're in 2nd place, still in 1st. Mark Gutierrez swimming for the Mahomet Seymour Bulldogs. He might have made up a little ground here. We'll see. So in 1st place, over in lane 5, is Mahomet's Team A. Mitch McAnally swimming now. He is followed closely by Urbana's Team A. That's Zach Menard in lane 4. We'll see if Menard can make up some time here. He's going to have his work cut out for him, and it will be Mahomet's Team A finishing 1st in this event. We'll have final times momentarily. Finishing 2nd will be the Tigers Team A in lane 4. Looks like finishing 3rd in lane 3 will be the Tigers Team B, and then Mahomet's Team B over in lane 6. Final times with a time of 1 minute, 45.05 seconds. Finishing 1st is Mahomet's Team A. Urbana's Team A finishing 2nd, a time of 1 minute, 48.11 seconds. Finishing 3rd is Urbana's Team B, 2 minutes, 2.34 seconds. And finishing 4th over in lane 6 is Mahomet's Team B with a time of 2 minutes, 14.58 seconds. So once again, Mahomet's Team A, which consisted of Carter Lodgson, Zach Orr, Mark Gutierrez, and Mitch McAnally, finishes with a time of 1:45.05. They finish 1st. And finishing 2nd in the 200-yard freestyle relay is Urbana's Team A, just 3 seconds behind, a time of 1 minute, 48.11 seconds. And Urbana's Team A consisted of Sam Birdsley, Max Quan Allred, Kian Bonnie Hashem, and Zach Menard. In 3rd is Urbana's Team B with a time of 2 minutes, 2.34 seconds. Urbana's Team B competed in lane 3. That was the team of Santi Pena, Jackson Gilbert, Jonathan Sanchez-Huanca, and Isaac Sosnoff. So that will complete the 200-yard freestyle relay. The pool is open right now, and when we come back, we will have the 100-yard backstroke. The 100-yard backstroke competing in lane 3 will be Kian Bonnie Hashem. In lane 4, Willem Aline, both for the Urbana Tigers. And Mahomet Seymour will have 2 swimmers as well. Over in lane 5 is Max Katz, and in lane 6, Aaron Smith. That's when we return here on the Tigers Media Network for the 100-yard backstroke at the Urbana Indoor Aquatic Center. Back at the Urbana Indoor Aquatic Center and getting underway is event number 10, the 100-yard backstroke. And they are off. Each swimmer will go down and back twice. In lane 3 for the Tigers, Kian Bonnie Hashem. In lane 4 is Willem Aline for the Tigers. Max Katz over in lane 5 for Mahomet, and Aaron Smith in lane 6. And in first right now, over in lane 4, is Willem Aline. He's followed closely by Mahomet's Max Katz. In third right now, in lane 3, is Kian Bonnie Hashem. And then Aaron Smith in fourth over in lane 6. And now a full body length ahead is Willem Aline in lane 4. He is your leader right now in the 100-yard backstroke. Aline's going to look to build his lead here, and he does just that with a good push-off. Just ahead of, body length ahead of Max Katz in lane 5. It looks like Willem Aline will finish first here in this event. And Urbana's Willem Aline finishes first in the 100-yard backstroke. Aline gets a time of 1 minute, 0.12 seconds. Max Katz finishing second with a time of 1 minute, 3.37 seconds. Finishing third is Kian Bonnie Hashem from the Urbana Tigers, a time of 1:16.03. And finishing fourth is Aaron Smith from Mahomet, a time of 1:20.64. So once again, your first place finisher for the 100-yard backstroke is Urbana's Willem Aline, a time of 1 minute, 0.12 seconds. And we have taken our last break of the morning here, so we'll be followed swiftly here once the swimmers are out of the pool by the next event, event number 11, which is the 100-yard breaststroke. Competing in the 100-yard breaststroke in lane 2 will be Jonathan Sanchez-Huanca from Urbana. In lane 3, it's Max Quan Allred and Marcus de Los Angeles in lane 4. From Mahomet in lane 5 is Mark Gutierrez, Zach Orr in lane 6, and Mike Palumbo in lane 7.
Event 11, boys 100-yard breaststroke.
So it's the 100-yard breaststroke. They will go down and back twice as we get set to go underway here. Swimmers take their blocks. And they are off. Off to the early lead over in lane 5 is Mark Gutierrez for the Bulldogs. He's followed closely by Zach Orr in lane 6, and then Urbana's Marcus de Los Angeles in lane 4 for the Tigers. In fourth place right now over in lane 2 for the Tigers is Jonathan Sanchez-Huanca. He's followed closely by Urbana's Max Quan Allred in lane 3. And then over in lane 7 is Mike Palumbo. Pushing his lead further over in lane 5 is Mark Gutierrez from the Bulldogs. He's followed in second place by Zach Orr over in lane 6. And then in third place in lane 4 is Marcus de Los Angeles for the Tigers. And the three of them making their final approach now. They will stop the clock on their final trip back here. And the order remains the same. And now in fourth place, over on the far side, is Mike Palumbo. And finishing first from Mahomet. In lane 5, with a time of 1 minute, 16.37 seconds, is Mark Gutierrez. Finishing second from Mahomet is Zach Orr, a time of 1 minute, 19.46 seconds. Finishing third from your Urbana Tigers is Marcus de Los Angeles, a time of 1 minute, 25.38 seconds. Finishing fourth from Mahomet is Mike Palumbo over in lane 7. He has a time of 1 minute, 38.64 seconds. Finishing fifth is Max Allred from the Tigers, a time of 1 minute 39.25 seconds. And just behind him is Jonathan Sanchez-Huanca, a time of 1 minute 39.84 seconds. So once again, Mark Gutierrez finishes first, a time of 1:16.37. Finishing second is Mahomet Zach Orr, a time of 1:19.46. And then Urbana's top swimmer in that event was Marcus de Los Angeles, finishing third. So that wraps up the 100-yard breaststroke as we get ready for event number 12 here. And that's our final event of the morning. It's the 400-yard freestyle relay. Urbana's Team A will be competing in lane 4. It consists of Zach Menard, Sam Birdsley, Patrick Sweeney, and Willem Aline. Urbana's Team B competing in lane 3 will be Marcus de Los Angeles, Jonathan Sanchez-Huanca, Reza Bani Hashim, and Jackson Gilbert. Mahomet's Team A will be competing out of lane 5. It's Max Katz, Mitch McAnally, Owen Kearns, and Aaron Varga. And Mahomet's Team B will be competing out of lane 6. That's Ben Ahmad, Cam Bartels, Derek Silva, and Aaron Smith. So the 400-yard freestyle relay about to get underway here. Each swimmer will go down and back twice. There's the horn, and the swimmers are in.
In lane 3 from Urbana, Marcus, Reza, Jonathan, and Jackson.
Off to the early lead is Max Katz for the Bulldogs, Team A in lane 5. He's followed closely by Zach Menard, the Tigers Team A, in lane 4. Zach Menard has the edge here as they make their second trip down. So Zach Menard and the Tigers in the lead. Just behind them is Max Katz and the Bulldogs. In third place out of lane 3 is the Tigers Team B. It's Marcos de Los Angeles in the pool right now. I think they might have switched that order there because I think that is Jackson Gilbert in the pool for the Tigers right now in lane 3. So still in first place in lane 4. That's Sam Birdsley swimming right now for the Tigers Team A. He pushes off the far side. He is followed closely by Mahomet's Team A. That's Mitch McAnally swimming for Mahomet's Team A in lane 5. In third place right now is the Tigers Team B in lane 3, and then Mahomet's Team B over in lane 6. And Mahomet has caught back up. They're tied with first right now. They might have taken the lead there. So over in lane 5 is Mahomet's Mitch McAnally, and they have taken the lead. They're in first. They're followed by Sam Birdsley and the Urbana Tigers Team A in lane 4. Getting ready to jump in the pool now for Mahomet is Owen Kearns. And jumping in the pool just now for the Tigers in lane 4 is Patrick Sweeney. So Mahomet continues to build their lead here with Kearns in the pool. Mahomet's Team A out of lane 5 in first. Urbana's Team A out of lane 4 in second. Urbana's Team B in third right now out of lane 3. And they're followed by Mahomet's Team B over in lane 6. It is the 400-yard freestyle relay, the final event of today's meet between the Urbana High School Tigers and the Mahomet Seymour High School Bulldogs. Mahomet has their final swimmer in the pool. Urbana now has their final swimmer in the pool. Both Team A's I'm referencing. And Mahomet Team A looks to be about 30 yards ahead of Urbana's Team A. They close that gap a little bit here. And Willem Aline is moving for the Tigers. We'll see if he can come up with enough. He's closed this gap to about 20 yards now. I think he'll run out of time here, or run out of space, however you want to look at it. And Mahomet's Team A will finish first. They're over in lane 5. We see jumping into the pool right now is Urbana's Team B in lane 3. And Mahomet's Team A finishes first. Finishing second just now in lane 4 will be Willem Aline and Urbana's Team A. We'll have final times here. Finishing first is Mahomet Seymour's Team A. That's Max Katz, Mitch McAnally, Owen Kearns, and Aaron Varga. They have a time of 3 minutes, 50.42 seconds. Finishing in second is Urbana's Team A. That is the team of Zach Menard, Sam Birdsley, Patrick Sweeney, and Willem Aline with a time of 4 minutes, 3.45 seconds. Finishing third is Urbana's Team, they're still competing there. So, yeah, I was reading those times quickly off the clock, and they haven't finished yet. So we have the first place is Mahomet's Team A. Second place is Urbana's Team A, and then Urbana's Team B getting ready to finish now in third. But Mahomet's Team B making a push for it. It'll be close, but I think Urbana will hold on here. And they do. So finishing third for Urbana's Team B is Marcos de Los Angeles, Jonathan Sanchez-Raranca, Reza Bani Hashem, and Jackson Gilbert. They finish with a time of 4 minutes, 58.40 seconds. And fourth is Mahomet Seymour's Team B, a time of 5 minutes, 1.28 seconds. That's Mahomet's Team B, consists of Ben Abjad, Cam Bartles, Derek Silva, and Aaron Smith. So the pool now open for a cool down, as that will wrap up our final event today for Urbana's swimming and diving team senior night here at Urbana Indoor Aquatic Center. We appreciate all of you tuning in live on our YouTube channel. And we'll be back with you this coming Tuesday for a makeup meet, a quad meet, right here at the Urbana Indoor Aquatic Center. We'll stream it live on our YouTube channel and the Tigers Media Network.